not paying all of your bills, then you are not in any relationship with him.
So if a woman insists on paying her own bills, even if she considers herself to be in a relationship with someone, according to this person, they're not actually in a relationship because he's not their sugar daddy.
Why the hell would you give him a full access to you if he's the only person who benefits from that relationship?
And how does that make sense?
Men benefit just by being seen with you.
Men. Did you know that? You benefit just by being seen with a woman.
Just by sharing your energy, your precious feminine energy with him and your beauty, you're giving them extra confidence and ego boost. You're just giving them social and personal promotion for free, just by giving them an access to you. And another thing is that why would you give him husband privileges if he is not even able to cover all of your bills?
Some women actually don't like being dependent on men to pay their bills. They prefer to do it on their own, whether or not they're in a relationship with them or not.
He's the only person that benefits from that, not you.
Oh dear.
Men fall in love by investing in you. And if you don't make them invest in you, then sooner or later, they will stop respecting you.
Let's hear it for transactional relationships, ladies and gentlemen.
It's him paying your bills. It's just bare minimum. It's your non-negotiable. It's 2024 and we need to become a little bit more selfish.
Remember, the moral of this story is, in order to be respected as a woman, you need to get paid. No.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Remember to like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful, I'm rich, I can fight. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door. Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? Sick of men telling me, oh, well, you know, you hardcore. Yes, I am. Well, I am the table.
Yeah, she's saying all the wrong things, and she, is apparent. Why you single? The question that she asked in the beginning, she don't understand why she's single. You just explain why you single.
Everything was a role of a man. A man is masculine. A man is a provider. She said, I got money. That's a man's job. Those are three things that women look for in a man. She didn't name a quality that a man will look for in a woman. At the end of the day, you're describing a man, and men don't want to date men.
I think a lot of men are looking at women and they're very liberal. They're overweight. They have a very high estimation of themselves. I think that people call it hoflation.
Hoflation?
Yes, their sense of their own looks and sexual value is very inflated. And so a lot of people are looking at these like frumpy, obnoxious, loudmouth, liberal women who are also very promiscuous and saying this is not actually appealing at all.
I just had a guy ask me out on a coffee date. I'm sorry, I don't drink coffee, but even if I did, I wouldn't go on the date because I feel like I'm more of an investment than a coffee date. I just think that that's very high school and I don't like it. And when I try to explain in the nicest way that why I'm not interested, he's trying to give me other ideas that's basically on the same level as coffee. Like, oh, let's go to ice cream. Let's go to a bakery.
And here's another one. But yet you're complaining about a grown-up date and still single. I wonder why.
I'm not a sweets person, not a bakery person. I'm a lunch and dinner person. So take me out to lunch and dinner. He's like, oh, but what if we don't click? And then I spent all this money on an expensive dinner and, you're just going to walk away from my life. I never said it had to be an expensive dinner, but I like dinner. I don't like dessert. I am a high value woman. I am a classy lady.
You high value, but you don't want your dinner to be expensive. And you don't know that dinner would cost more than a coffee date. Now, what class was you in school?
Like, I'm not trying to go to an ice cream or dessert shop. I don't even like that stuff, So I just feel like I just basically said we're not compatible. And he was like, oh, fine, bye. Like, he got so upset. But I'm like, I don't understand why guys do this. But whatever. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're just setting yourself up to be single for life.
This is what happens when dating becomes a transaction instead of a connection. A coffee date isn't disrespectful, it's practical. It's how men figure out if the effort is even worth it before wasting time, money, or hope. But somehow, effort stopped meaning initiative and started meaning expense. The price tag became the standard, not the personality women say they're high value, but the only thing being valued is their time, not the man's. And that's exactly why men stop trying. Every simple gesture gets treated like a low offer. Every attempt to connect turns into a test of how much he's willing to spend. It's not romance anymore, it's an evaluation. And at that point, it's not about coffee, dinner, or ice cream. It's about ego, the moment a man realizes that he walks away for good.
Let's talk about the Peter Pan syndrome. Honestly, this is more common in big party cities like LA, Miami, and New York. Essentially, Peter Pan syndrome happens to men who are in their late 20s, early 30s, and older. So Peter Pan syndrome is where their age is getting serious, but they are not. These men are not focused on finding their person, they're not focused on their career or money, and they are focused on having fun, partying, and just chasing girls. These types of guys have commitment problems and essentially are just very, very hard to date. That is something to keep in mind and look for when you are choosing a potential partner. If you found this video helpful, be sure to follow me for more. Bye.
Why are men being labeled with syndromes when they want to be casual? But it's empowerment when women do it. Some of these men didn't have much in their 20s, so they worked, they built themselves up. Now that they finally have time, money, and freedom, they're spending it how they want. And suddenly that's a problem. Women are trying so hard to label this as a bad thing, calling it Peter Pan syndrome, because it threatens the system they benefited from. Men don't want to settle down because they've been shown what happens when they do. They lose control, they lose peace, and they lose themselves in the process.
I think feminists have ruined dating. Hear me out. So I think that guys have decided to not be as gentlemanly or chivalrous because a lot of feminists have pulled the I can do anything, I can do whatever a man can, but the point is we can't. Like, of course I agree with equal pay and stuff like that, but a lot of women are pushing this crap down men's throats, and I think it's really ruining a lot of men and the way they feel about women. Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
She's right, but not for the reason she thinks. Men didn't stop being gentlemen out of spite. They just realized it doesn't lead anywhere anymore. You hold the door, they roll their eyes. You pay for dinner, they post a TikTok about equality. At some point, it's not worth the confusion.
I want to talk about the male loneliness epidemic. I just saw a video of someone talking about that one of the reasons for the male loneliness epidemic is because men just can't fucking plan dates anymore. My current boyfriend was probably the first guy I dated in 4 years that actually planned the entire first date by himself. And most guys also don't know how to dress for first dates at all. When I was in Richmond, and this is one of the reasons I left Richmond, I had to plan every single date that I went on basically, and I thought it was normal because every single date I had been on I planned myself, so I was like, oh, this is just how it works, I guess. You know what I did? I would take them to the VMFA, and if that went well, then I would take them to bingo. And every single first date I went on for probably 2 years, I did that because literally every single man would not have a plan, would not know what to do, and I would be like, what about the VMFA? And then if the VMFA was fun, I'd be like, oh, I know a really fun place with arcade games, and it's like a half a mile away. And that's basically what I did every single time. But I would invite these guys to the VMFA, which is a very nice museum. It's free, don't get me wrong, but it is a very nice art museum. And about 75 to 80% of the time, they would either show up in ratty, disgusting jeans or fucking basketball shorts. And even more than that, they would just be wearing a sweatshirt. So I put all the effort into planning the date, which was super easy and free, by the way. I dressed up super nice, and you show me your appreciation by dressing like a high school junior. Like, is that what we're doing here? First dates are for putting your best foot forward, so if on the first date you show up and you are in dirty clothing, what's that gonna tell me that you're like the rest of the time?
Men stopped planning dates because it stopped being worth the effort. You plan, you pay, you try, and all of it goes to waste the moment she decides you're not compatible.
It's not desperate or pathetic to want to find a partner or someone to love, or there is that kind of energy where it's like, look at me, I'm here on display and I'm waiting for you to claim me. And it's just like, ooh, I don't like that. Like, why can't we just be like cool first? Like, don't.
I wish we'd go back to when guys are just always walking up to you when you're out. Like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if you're like at the grocery store, at the gym, they're like, hi, I just couldn't help but say you're so beautiful. Like, I'd love to take you out sometime if you're single. If they were like good looking, I'm like, can we go back to those times? But because like society has more and more changed women to be like the chasers or like things like this, it's like making a lot of men be like, oh, I can just sit back. And I'm like, I hate that.
Women want attention without effort and pursuit without risk. Men used to approach because it meant something. Now it just means trouble.
What's the reason you and your ex broke up?
I posted a stupid thing on my Snapchat and he got mad.
Because of Snap you guys broke up?
Yeah.
You were silent with that?
Yeah.
Who broke up with who?
He broke up with me.
Just for a snap?
Yeah.
Like, how stupid was it? Was it provocative?
I made a joke that I had was...
Come on, man.
He told me he's not feeling it.
So do you have a husband?
No.
Why?
So, with the whole OF, I didn't tell him about it at first. And then when it started bringing in a ton of money, I told him about it.
Why didn't you tell him out of the gate that you're starting OF, where dudes would be in your DMs and they might see your boobies?
I just knew I wasn't doing anything really that bad.
Yeah, except for talking to other guys.
Once he found out, I gave him access to the account and he didn't like what he saw.
Oh, yeah, other dudes. Were they sending dongies?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not really like
but
looking
you
at
saw
them.
you saw other men's penises that were sent directly to you.
Well, some of the men enjoyed small humiliation and they would pay me to humiliate them. So he told me I basically had to choose between him or the OF.
Do you get child support?
No.
Oh, of course, totally normal. Hide an OnlyFans from your boyfriend, talk to other men, take their money, look at their junk, but it's not that bad. When boyfriends watch porn, they're perverts, but when girlfriends make it, they're entrepreneurs. Hooray for women empowerment.
If you think you're having a bad day, this is the current state of the apartment that I have had for the last 3 years of my life. I foolishly and fucking stupidly decided to have my now ex-boyfriend sign a lease with me until August of 2025. And he broke up with me out of fucking nowhere tonight. And now I'm in the middle of going to school. And I had a partner that I was depending on paying 50% of the rent with. So now I have to give up my apartment to him. And uproot my entire life. So, I'm now going to be 31 years old. And I'm moving back in with my parents. I am so fucking sick of this. Like, I genuinely mean this. I am never dating again. I don't think I can physically do this anymore. So, if you think you're having a bad day,
Every time someone says, I'm never dating again, what they really mean is, I can't afford to start over. It's not about love anymore. It's about rent, bills, and convenience disguised as commitment. You didn't lose a soulmate. You lost a roommate who made life cheaper.
The worst part about getting dumped is waking up the next morning. Now you're in bed and you're like, holy shit, I'm dumped. And you have to like relive the situation all over again. Actually, every morning for the next like month or 2 or 4. Tell me if this makes it worse, because it made it worse for me. Waking up the morning after getting dumped, absolutely blindsided, cheated on and crapped on. And it was a sunny day. a sunny summer day. I don't know about you, but I'm a fan of pathetic fallacy. If I'm sad, it better be raining, it better be snowy. I don't want to see one fucking person on the street having a patio drink with a lover. People fucking smiling because the sun's out and I've just been bulldozed and shat on. Right now, it's raining. This would be a good morning to wake up being dumped because at least the world agrees with you. The weather is not laughing in your face, and that's just how I feel. Nothing worse than being sad and it being sunny. Ooh, people walking, getting their like little outfits out, like people wearing capris. Oh, forget it. Off me.
When a man gets dumped, cheated on, or have his heart broken, they wake up the next day and go to work. Society expects them to stay quiet, be strong, and keep moving. When women get their heart broken, they make sure the whole world knows and expects everyone to grieve with them.
My husband refuses to pay into my pension. Ladies, please help. I'm currently on maternity leave, which of course means I'm not earning my usual income and cannot contribute to my pension as I normally would. After listening to the podcast, I've asked my husband to help by paying into my pension during this period, but he's resistant to the idea. Instead, he insists that when we retire, he will share his pension with me. While I appreciate the offer, I'm worried about the long-term implications. Not contributing to my pension now could significantly impact my financial security in the future. I'm also concerned about the lack of independence it could create as I'd be relying on his pension. I've tried to explain my concerns to him, but he doesn't seem to understand why this is so important to me. It's causing tension between us and I don't want this issue to affect our relationship. How can I approach this situation in a way that helps him see from my perspective and find a solution that works for both of us?
The man shows trust by saying he'll share his pension with her in the future, but the woman says she's worried about her own financial independence. He's thinking about their future while she's already planning for hers. She even asks random podcast women for advice, like her marriage is a group project.
This man said, why every time I meet a woman, she's behind on her bills or she needs help with a bill? If that's something that you're questioning and it's bothering you, upsetting you, that you have to bring it to the internet, you don't need to be meeting women right now. You need to be focusing on yourself and getting your life together so that that doesn't bother you. Ew.
It sounds like you and the rest of those type of women are the ones that need to be working on themselves. He's speaking facts. Don't nobody owe you nothing. No rent, no lights, no Wi-Fi. If you grown enough to date, you grown enough to handle your own responsibilities. And stop calling it help when it's really dependence. Handle your business first before you go looking for somebody to fund it.
Women post petty things on the internet all the time, but when a man shares a concern, suddenly it's an attack. It's a valid point. He's probably just tired of dating women who treat relationships like financial aid. You can't keep calling men broke for noticing the pattern.
She's waiting for you to come back. You know, I want you to see, you know.
Wait, why did you get two separate checks?
Huh?
Why did you get two separate checks?
They said if we wanted to split it, so I figured I would just,
If you wanted to split, are you kidding me? You asked me out.
You didn't tell me you had 9 kids.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna pay for my food?
Yeah, no.
So you bring me out on Mother's Day, and because you find out that I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover my bill?
Yeah, no. It's not even you. Like you trying to play me like I'm slow or something like that. No.
Are you kidding me?
You were supposed to let me know that beforehand. You said you had a kid, not 9.
No, you asked me that I had kids. I said yes.
Yeah, but 9 kids is, you know.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover. Yo, so you invite me out to dinner.
How about you ask?
Did you just shush me? My 9 baby. First of all, I don't have 9 baby daddies.
I don't know. You leaving out a lot of information here when I first started.
Yo, oh my God, this is. You know what? You know what? Okay.
Seriously, you gonna make a scene?
Yes, you literally just got me 2 bills. Yo, I did not ask to come out. I don't have the money for this. As you said, I have 9 kids, so I can't afford to pay. Oh my God.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave.
No, you're not gonna leave.
I'm gonna leave.
No, you're not.
You're gonna cover these because you invited me out to dinner.
Okay, watch I call the police.
And
I'm gonna say you're running
my
and dipping
God.
and dashing right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna say you dipped and dashed.
Oh my
God. I got a bill right here.
This was a lose-lose situation, and for the women asking why men don't approach anymore, why they don't plan dates or make an effort, this is exactly why. She should have been honest from the start. Then she gets technical when she got caught, saying he did not ask how many kids she had. If she was genuinely interested, honesty would have been the bare minimum. There was a reason why she kept that information, and I'm guessing she was ashamed. Then she keeps saying he rejected her because she has 9 kids. But that's not the issue. He's not judging her for being a mother to 9 kids. He's judging her for hiding it even when he asked.
If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth? And I'm asking this as a genuine question. Women literally hold the portal to life between our legs, and whether we decide to use it or not, or have the ability to use it or not, it's still there. And that's why women will always be worth what we are.
Well, girl, you're not worth much if you think some coochie is gold. Girl, it's free coochie everywhere. It's a coochie on every corner. Ain't no real man worried about no prostitution coochie.
But as a man, if you cannot protect your family, provide for your family, give abundance to your family of wealth and happiness, what are you worth?
Money is not everything. And all y'all want to talk about is money, 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 money. No standards at all. See, my worth, it go past money. I need a man that's gonna respect me. That's gold to me. It's too many men out here with money that's disrespectful and treat you like shit. Y'all can keep that money shit.
In case you forgot that men are awful, I posted a video about what the girlies are going to do if we ever hit an apocalyptic situation and like life's never going back to normal. And there are currently almost 7,000 comments of women saying that they would themselves rather than deal with the men out in the world because they know that they would be abused, used, and discarded. Not to mention all the girlies in the comments saying that they would make sure their body was burned, disposed of, like mangled beyond recognition, because even death will not stop men from using our bodies against our will. I know this is grim, but also the girlies are hysterical. And if you would like some funny, girly, dark humor, I highly encourage you to go look at that video on my page. I am just having so much fun scrolling through the comments. Everyone is hilarious. Everyone is so funny. And I just love all the girlies once again.
7,000 comments joking about self-destruction just to avoid men. And somehow that's funny now? This isn't dark humor. It's open hatred that got comfortable enough to trend. They don't want safety. They want validation for their fear. And the worst part, nobody's even trying to fix the problem. They're turning it into social media content.
There's nothing a man should fear more than a woman who's
Every time, the louder they say they're okay, the more it sounds like they're trying to convince themselves. Being alone isn't power if it comes from fear. Anyway, that's all for today, gentlemen. If you made it this far, make sure to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share it with someone who still thinks men are the problem. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and don't let the noise get to you. Peace!